being on a sinking ship nobody else wants to be on. Hi, friends, it's Adam, the crippled cannabis cowboy. Thanks for watching my video on sailing on a ship that's going down. We're going down, man. That might not be true. Who knows? You never know until you know. I'm one of those people. I'm just gonna fight the whole way down. I'm gonna laugh the whole way down. I'm gonna smile the whole way down. There's this mentality thing behind it. I'm noticing everything is connected, and most of it has to do with your attitude. Once your attitude goes, then you're kind of screwed. So that is my last ditch effort to hold on and not fall in this giant hole that opens up. Everything's going fine until you get diagnosed with something, or you go disabled, or some kind of crazy shit happens to you, and you kind of panic for a while. So that's normal. There's a few things I do that do help, and I don't know, first and foremost, get a pet. Get something you can love up on. I love my little doggy. He's chilling out right there. I'm in the middle of moving, so I'm moving down to a first floor. I've been on the second floor this whole time. So that just kind of goes to show, man, you might be stronger than you think you are. Having that mindset really does help. Something new, I wrote myself a letter, and I read myself the answers. I read it back, I've gone over it, I rewrote it. There's no right way to do it. You can do anything you want. Basically what I've learned is I learn something every time, so it's pretty cool. So, well, I can't really write, so I text, but I'll reread it to myself and learn stuff about myself. And I write myself a letter in the perspective of like writing my friend a letter, writing somebody I know a letter. It's really no me on me. It's kind of like if I'm speaking to somebody else. That I can't take credit for. It's something I learned in my stress management class that it's been a big help. So that's kind of why I'm bringing it to your attention, just because it's opened some doors for me. And the cool thing is, these are doors that I kind of already saw. And if you're going through hell and you got a lot of time to sit to yourself, then you're gonna see a lot of those doors. And a lot of those doors you don't want to go in because you know it's scary or whatever. And there's something I learned about being sick with myself. If I'm scared of something, it makes it worse. Then I recommend a hobby. I'm a hobbyist. I used to be. There's 2 points to this. Number one, a hobby helps. Having something that you can focus on that distracts you and pulls you out of that. Why is this happening? Why don't they like me? Why? What? You freak out. So when you're into a hobby and you can focus your mind on something, it helps a little bit. I'm into my growing my plants. It wasn't always like that. It was before it was martial arts, it was music. Then it was martial arts for a really long time. Can't do that. Started with models. I started doing staining and painting and those kind of things, and that went, and now I'm on just growing plants. And you could do that if you're disabled. That is a hobby. You could grow a flower on a windowsill and tend to it every day. If you need another flower, pick another windowsill. Make sure your pets are okay with the pollen, though. That is a factor that you have to look at. The point behind this whole hobby thing and why I'm telling it is because it may start as one thing, then that can't be done anymore. You have to adjust. You gotta adapt, change with things that are happening to you. And I could be really upset that, I can't play music anymore. I can't draw a picture anymore. I can't paint. I can get really pissed at that. Or I can find a way to channel it and try with something else. It's not like art doesn't exist in other things. It's not like flavors and mindsets and spiritual type things don't exist in other things. They do. What I had learned is I have to research or look into these kind of things. So that's kind of what I did, and that contributes to you learning about yourself and being patient, and it just kind of opens your mind in some pretty awesome ways. Someone had said a long time ago that she wanted to know if anything good came out of having MS. And, no, MS fucking sucks. My legs are tingling today for the first time ever, like crazy tingling. Like, it's borderline not even tolerable. Anyway, my point is it's opened my mind. It's shown me things about God and creation and hobbies and things I like and how I behave. It's opened up my mind in some weird ways. Yeah, it's destroying my body, it's destroying my mind, but it's one of those weird things. Like, no, I'm not grateful for MS. Actually, when I do pass, I'm gonna find MS and I'm gonna break his jaw. If it has a jaw, whatever. But my point is, adapt, change. If something bad is happening to you, there's nothing you can do about it at that moment. You are in the now. You have to kind of feel it and see what's up and sit down and analyze it, and then you could come up with a solution. Then you could come up with something that might help your situation. But just remember, you gotta be in the now. You have to face it, and you have to adapt to it.